Early on this week, Amorim met Jim Ratcliffe, like he had gone in to talk to him. And the agenda on this was that corporate thing again, kindly, which means Amorim, if you don't win this and this and this and this game, there's a highly likelihood we are going to sack you on this and this and this and this particular date. Now, I think that's what they were talking about. But looking at that situations, we are discussing with certain people and like the significance of coaches in the results, whether a team is winning or losing, like what part or what amount, how will I frame it? Like the part that the coaches play in making a team win or lose. And in my assertion, I thought coaches, as much as they play a certain part, a small part, like whether a team wins or draws or competes, it's usually not in a huge part the coaches' mistakes or tactics. Like the whole the whole success or failure usually lies on the quality of players that the team has. Like, for instance, if you ask me, like, why hasn't Man United been winning for this and this and this and this time? I will say that for that period, because they have changed a lot of coaches, they have changed Amorim, Ten Hag, Van Gaal, those guys, Mourinho, but they haven't gotten to that point where they're competing for the league. And it has been the same with Chelsea, with Potter, Lampard, Tuchel, and everybody. It hasn't reached that point where you think this team can compete for the league. And it's solely because of the players that the team has. The quality of players that the team has plays a very, very significant factor in whether that team is competing or not competing. And that's why I think all the blame should be put on the sporting directors, because they are the guys who usually come up with the design or how the team looks, like who are we signing, who are we selling. For the three teams who are on top, I think they have built their teams, or they have built a team throughout for a very, very long period. Now, if I was to be asked, if I was in a position of power and asked, like, how are these teams? And to make even my assertion, like, to prove my assertion, I will say, like, look at these coaches. Look at at Ancelotti. Ancelotti was winning with Chelsea. Ancelotti was winning with Madrid. Ancelotti was winning. Which team was he doing in Italy? But wherever he was going, he was winning until he went to Everton and he nearly took Everton to relegation. Again, I will say it with managers such as Mourinho. Whenever he found a squad where he could he could turn into a title winning squad, he was winning with them. But then when he went to other teams where the squad was not as good as they were, he wasn't making that, he wasn't winning. Which means the squad has to be so good for a coach to really, really, really win with it. And that's the problem with Man United. That has been the problem with Chelsea. And the blame should be on the sporting director. Like, why are you spending all this money and not getting the right amount or the right quality of people? And there's a problem. There's a problem with a lot of these coaches. First, signing just big names. And I think Lewandowski even complained, saying that a person is just having a good season, a one season, and everybody's paying 70, 80, 90 million. And we did it for a couple of seasons. As Chelsea, we bought Pulisic, we bought Havertz, we bought Ziyech, we bought, uh, who's that goalkeeper? The Senegal goalkeeper. We have bought a lot of people just based on 2, 3, or 1 season where they performed well. Instead of looking at them, instead of looking at their development, instead of looking at first if they fit what the game is going to be played, like how the team is going to play. Like, they have to fit how the team is going to be played for them to really, really, really have an effect on the team. Now, I think that for a team to be successful, for a team to keep on signing successful people, they have to know the football philosophy in that team. Like, do we want the team to be passing around? Do we want to play hoof and ball like Liverpool? Do we want to really just sign ballers? And then they'll have to find the players who will fit in that philosophy. Like, if you are going to play an attacking football, you need to find CBs who can run in front and come back, like fullbacks who can run in front and come back, people who can gen press, people who can. If you want to play the passing football, you need to find people who can keep on passing, even when, like, they will never be pressed. Like, they can keep on passing even if they have three people pressing them, two people pressing them, people trying to foul them. Then, if you get those players, you find a coach who has the same philosophy. Like, if you are attacking, you find a coach who has shown that they can keep on attacking, so that you don't sign a coach and then the coach will come in and say, like, these are not my players. Like, I need a new bunch of players. I think that's one way of which you can build a title winning trophy. And the other way is you get a coach, you give him time. That's what Ateta was given. You give him time and you give him a lot of resources so they keep creating their own team. That's what happened to Klopp. That's what happened to Ateta. That's what happened to Guardiola. They were given a lot of time. They were given a lot of money. And to some extent, they also found a good team. So they were just changing. And then you let them have the time and keep on adding the resources. Just you let them cook. That's the only way you are going to win a title. But for these two teams, and for us for a period, we were just signing people, big names, then signing a big coach or a coach who has shown that he can perform. One season. Every person is one season. And when they meet, they found the coach philosophy is different from the player's philosophy, which is different from the club's philosophy. And that causes a problem because the coach starts, asking, like, I need this and these players. Like, why do you need three strikers? It's because all the other strikers don't fit in his philosophy. Now he needs other strikers. Now you have to sell these other guys. And you can tell by the problems that we are facing in pushing on players. Like the people who signed Sterling, Tuchel. Now Sterling has been here. Every other coach has been saying, we don't want this guy, we don't want this guy, we don't want this guy. This is the same. And it's because we were just signing people I think, for the sake of it. And it's happening again with Man United. Right now, they'll be blaming Amorim and saying that we need another coach. Whether they get another coach, they'll have to get a title winning team. If they get another coach, they might perform for 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and then they'll just go where they were. We're just struggling. Why are we struggling? Because we are not a title winning team. So for me, I think even for Man United, they have to sell a lot of the players they have. For Chelsea, I'm so sure that if we get the Red CBs and probably just the Red CBs, we are a team. We can compete if we get the Red CBs. For Spurs, I think their team is fit now. They can compete. I think uh, the person who was signing those players just knew. I don't know, unless they start not performing. And Man City has been doing the same, just turnover too. Like, they will turn the whole team, sign new people, sign 5, 7, 8 new people every window, just to fit. I think that's what probably Man United should be doing. Just get another 2 billion and buy new two people to just fit Amorim. They are doing it slow. This season they just bought 2 or 3 guys and they expect to win that is not how football should be happening. That's not how success usually happens. Anyway, let's see tomorrow's game. A nice day. And if you are here, subscribe and put the notification button. Where is it? Here. Here my hand is. If you click, if you click, if you click this thing, if you click this thing, it will show you subscribe. Then you can subscribe, then put the notification button. Then we'll discuss further this football thing. This football thing is not, hey, this football thing is, sometimes it makes you wonder if you need another hobby.